What's going on, everybody? MetaBlade427 here, and I present to you Let's Play Megaman X Command Mission. In the last episode, we got X's ultimate armor, his second hyper mode in the game, and at that point, X is even more OP than he already was. But we're not done with that. No, we have more things in order to go forth and discover and find, including today's episode in which we will go after the absolute zero armor for Zero, because you know, it's just kind of a play on his name and everything like that. But before we do that, we need the Melda ore plant key in order to get into that secret special place in order to find the absolute zero armor. Of course, it's going to be guarded by another hidden boss like X's was. So before we do anything, let's go to the deployment center. We need to open it up and we need to see if our guys came back with the key. Down to the Melda ore plant we go. Alright, here we go. Deer Ball. Alright, he came back safe and sound. Good for him. The tortoise died, and the Doberman also died. Alright, well, come on, Deer Ball. You're my saving grace here. Did you get it? Oh, good. Look at that. Nice. The Melda key. We got it. Perfect. We also got a figure token. Very nice. And some stuff for the Sky Room. Alright, let's just flip through everybody else now, because it's a deployment thing. Might as well. Liquid Glob. Wow, is completely at the Hall of Fame right now. Very nice. Poor Iron Hammer died, and the rabbit died as well. Alright, so the Liquid Glob brought me back some stuff, some Zenny and other items for the Sky Room. Next over here we have the Killer Mantis who survived, the Batbone who is almost at Hall of Fame status, level 9, very nice, and the Pararoid who just will not get past level 1 because he will not come back surviving any of these missions. I think they're a little bit too hard of areas for him to go surviving in, but I'm going to keep trying. Right now, my guys are either right there at Hall of Fame status or at level 1, so I'll get it at some point. I'll get them all at least past level 1 somewhere down the line. Alright, Mega Mantor, good. Graver, good. Wolfoid, dead! Oh, come on, buddy. You can do better than that. And we just got Zenny. Alright, so we got the main thing that I was looking for, which was the key here. Otherwise that, we need to send everyone back in order to keep going with those items and discs. The Zenny I don't really care too much about because I can always go farm for that in the mines, but give me a moment to send out some deployments, and then we'll be moving on to the mine, or the plant, the Melda ore plant. Okay, hold on a second. Nana does not seem confident in the decisions that I made about who to send where. But like I said, I want them to level up. I want them to get to the Hall of Fame, or at least as close to it as possible before I'm unable to send anything else out to these areas, so it is what it is. And we will see how they do when we come back. Again, we got the key, so that was the most important thing, and now we need to head to the Melda ore plant. Over to the shopping district we go. We talk to the woman, and the Melda ore plant is actually complete north from wherever you are. And we can actually go right to where we need to fairly quickly. So I will meet you when I get to the Melda ore plant. Alright, here we are, right outside the teleporter that leads us to the Melda ore plant. Very simply done. You gotta come through here, through the door. And right there in front of us is our locked door. Very easily to get to, and all that other good stuff. So let's head up. Avoid battles, and use the Melda key in order to unlock it. Boom. Alright, so coming into here, I would recommend, I mean, again, I am, whoops, wrong button. Let's try that one more time. There we go. I am like mid-30s, 34, 33. You could probably do this sub-quest or whatever when you're, I don't know, 28, 29 or so. It may be a little difficult, but going into the fight knowing the stuff about this guy really helps. Otherwise that, just kind of build your guys up, make sure they're as powerful as you can be. You don't need the ultimate armor X in order to do this, you can kind of get it in any order, but this is just how I'm doing it. My stats didn't change at all from the last fight. That's 3 figure tokens right here, that's crazy. So, everything is pretty much exactly the same weapons, the same force medals, it's just I'll be using the ultimate armor X probably in this battle, because I didn't have it before. Duh. Taking the elevator up, we are now in a new section of the plant, and right here we have another Mechanoid, a Meltdown. He looks operational. Let's send him to the deployment center. He is the last of 3 Mechanoids that we need to collect, and I should be able to collect the next one in this episode, which would leave one more left that we'll be finding in Chapter 9. So we'll almost have every possible guy in the deployment center in the entire game. Doing one last quick check of everybody. Everyone looks good. We're all together. We have the bait combination set up, which should actually do us pretty well for this fight. So let's go meet this guy. Here we go. What do you want? But wait, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Duckbill Mole, and behind me is the mechanoid K-Ball. And you are? You're here to steal my treasure, the treasure the rebellion gave me. But you can't have it. You'll have to face the crazy hammer Naguru D first.
Ready to tangle with Duckbill Mole?
Alright, a very interesting boss right here. And we're actually fighting two of him. So keep an eye on what he's doing
You're
here.
in for a shock.
Oh boy. Alright, so he fired off some very interesting attacks right off the hop, but before we get into anything like that, let's go over him in depth. Here we have Duckbill Mole, the Naguru D wielding K-Ball drill wearing crazy fire platypus Reploid. I don't know, it's just the longest, most obscure name I could possibly think of for the guy because he is a pretty obscure maverick. They each have 58,000 life energy. We'll give you 15,000 experience, 4,000 Zenny, and 1,800 force metal. You can steal fire resists or ultra fire from them. Don't worry about stealing because you can find those things at other places and they're not worth it. They'll each drop a figure token and a power charge. So, yay, 2 figure tokens and 2 power charges? They're also fire elemental, so they absorb fire techniques. They take 200% damage from water, and they do normal 100% damage from thunder. If you hit them with a water technique, they will lose power. So if you saw in the beginning, he cast Ultra Fire on themselves. This boosts their power. Casting a water type attack on them will completely drop them down to their natural, normal stats, and will cause them to use fire attack on themselves again. So it almost burns a turn, so to speak, quote unquote. Otherwise, other attacks that they have are the Quake Hammer, a single target fire technique. Kamikaze Drill, a C-type single target that lowers armor and shell status and will ignore the armor stat on the guy that they attack. Mantle Assault, which you saw him do an all-hitting fire technique. He has Ultra Fires and Mega Fires, which he'll mostly use on himself to boost stats, but if he's already boosted, he'll fire them off at your guys. And once you destroy one of the Duckbill Moles, the other one will break shield, sacrificing their shield to boost power. What is Duckbill Mole based off of? Of course, he's based off of a platypus, a semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal that lives in Australia. Most people have heard of platypuses. They may not have seen one in real life, but they know that they exist. But we have to go with between Duckbill Mole and the real platypuses that platypuses are known to burrow using their heads, which is probably why they gave him a drill in order to increase his digging capabilities and did the whole mole thing and whatnot. So just a little piece of trivia to throw in there as to why they make him the way he is. As far as the hammer goes, I don't know. It's a hammer. Whatever. Stealth mode we go!
Transform!
So we're going to do the bait and hold technique that I did for the Rafalsian. But in this case, we'll generate, and instead of going with Incentus or Wild Django, we are going to summon Silverhorn. This is pretty much going to be Axel's entire job for this battle. All single targets attack him, summon Silverhorn. That's going to be the entire thing that he does. That's going to be all he needs to do. And for the remainder of this battle, that is going to be pretty much it. Let us jump into Ultimate Armor X now.
Here goes nothing!
And actually use our newfound power to our advantage. Which one am I going to do? We'll start with this guy. He got bulldozed. That's really weird. Okay, Black Zero time.
This is it!
And maybe now I won't fail at, you know, his hyper, or not his hyper, his action trigger. Generate. And, alright, concentration. Here we go. Alright, that did not go as well as I thought it was going to. I just like hearing him say that. But at least we got a pretty good amount of damage on him at that point, and I think I am just going to use the action trigger here.
Full power, here we go!
And do my one-man final strike. So now I'm going to be hitting these buttons as fast as I possibly can, watching his health slowly but surely go down. Oh, that was close. I don't think that 100% would have actually gotten to where I needed to be. Oh boy. I don't know why I got nervous about that. I keep forgetting that Axel's taking the brunt of all the attacks. That's right, those flame techniques also heal them, but it doesn't matter because even though they powered themselves up, I can bait generate and be able to once again do a DNA change. Which is why I love the generators ever so much. Because it just makes things like this so much easier. There we go. And then I feel that Black Zero will be able to destroy this duckbill mole right now. Generate, generate, action trigger. Let's try not going for the Skull Crush. Let's just go for any type of attack. Alright, that's better. That's 5 more hits than the last time. And that destroys him. Very nice. 1 down, 1 to go. These guys, again, are not very hard, as you can tell. He's going to break his shields, and it's going to be my turn. And X has a lot of turns in a row. Let's just shoot him. Yes, you got bulldozed. Do I want to? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it one more time. Again. X gains so much weapon energy per turn, it doesn't really matter. So now he'll be at 100% with 2 turns left, so we're just going to
full power
bulldoze him. Let's bulldoze him. Go, go, go. I want to get a nice high hit account. Come on, go. Can I get to 100? I want to get to 100. Oh, I got to 90. That's alright, that was 20,000 points of damage. That's really good. Alright, generate, generate, and this actually should finish him off. If I do it correctly. Oh yeah. Oh, this is definitely gonna do it. I like how I had Zero do the random poke. But that, as they say, is that. All the Zenny, all the Force Metal, the figure tokens, and the power charges, which we don't need, as well as the experience. Oh, Cinnamon is right there at the next level. But the thing you should note, Axel did not learn any DNA change. No, you do not learn a Duckbill Mole attack for Axel. So what are the last 2 slots that he has? That we won't find out till much, much later. Shiny new bulb. Boom. Absolute 0. So like we did with the ultimate armor, why don't we go run backwards and try to get into a battle or 2 so I can show off our newfangled abilities. And that's pretty much it. That is all you have to do in this area. Those 2 sub-bosses, done and done, with Falcian and the Duckbill Mole. Let's head outside, why not? There we go. Okay, let's run around here and try to find some battles. I probably should have went in and took off the cautious Force Metal, but what are you going to do? I wonder what I'm going to run into. Oh, here we go. Okay, I can take this. Here we go, against some Wolfoids. Let's generate burn. Generate burn. Okay, good. That has a chance of delaying your attack, so I was like, oh man. Okay, here we go. Into the hyper mode. Absolute 0. Again, you can always go back into Black Zero if you want to. That just increases all of his stats, but you still have access to the sub-weapons. Sub-weapons change with Absolute 0, but well, there's a lot more changing going on. Here we go. Ready? Absolute 0. Manifest.
This is it!
I don't know where the bat wings and the bat ears and the Dracula look comes into play, but you know what? It's pretty awesome in my opinion. So, as Absolute Zero goes, he gains a 50% life energy increase, 100% power, 50% speed. He gains 50% weapon energy per turn, and his water resistance go up by 2. So now I think he is 50% damage when it comes to water, so he takes less damage from water type attacks. His sub-weapons have changed to the Killer Left and the Brutal Right, two of the coolest named attacks that I've ever seen in the game. Each one of them are C-type attacks that are 100% of his power and a water elemental. In addition to that, his main attack is called the Absolute Kick, which is a C-type attack, 100% power, guaranteed critical hit. So why don't we let's take this middle guy out with a Killer Left, a Brutal Right, and the Absolute Kick. Very nice. Easily taken down. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, they're playing for keeps now, apparently. Oh, no. I am scared. Generate burn. Generate burn. Building up that weapon energy. Why don't we now talk about the action trigger? Instead of the command arts, Absolute Zero's action trigger is called the Calamity Arts. A button combination will appear. You will hit them to perform an action. The button combinations that appear are completely random, and the more weapon energy you pump into the Calamity Arts, the more time you will have to do a combo. The button combinations appear as follow. The left directional stick plus the Y button is an elemental attack of 125% power. The right direction plus X, a water elemental attack with 150% power. Up X is a water elemental attack, 100% power that will ignore armor. Down Y is a non-elemental power between 50 to 200% attack. Y and X together is a non-elemental power 150%. That's a guaranteed hit, or guaranteed critical hit. And the A button by itself is a water elemental attack, 75% power, but has a chance to freeze the target. Okay, that's a lot of information, and honestly, the attack pretty much looks like this. I like just kind of spamming the A, Y, and X button and then hitting directions at random. I seem to get more combos off that way. Here we go.
You're finished. Ha! 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 Hey! Ha! Ha! Hey! Ha! Ha!
And that, as they say, that is what Absolute Zero's Calamity Arts does. It is pretty much a single target, I'm going to kill you with everything I have type of technique. No, I don't really care about doing that. And it is really helpful, especially when coming against bosses.
That wasn't too bad.
Especially if they are, oh, I got another bait, that's really weird. Especially if they are fire elemental. Which I guess would have helped a lot more if we were fighting it with Duckbill Mole, but that is the first and last time we will ever see Duckbill Mole in this game. Back to New Hope we go. Okay, so we got plenty of time left for me to go ahead and start doing some other stuff. Next episode, we'll actually start the event of Chapter 9. We're very close to the end of the game. There are 10 chapters in the game in total. 9 is next, and then, of course, 10 will finish it off, and then all we'd have to do after that is, like, one more subquest. So, let's see. What do we got? We have 33 coins. Very close to 3 complete sets, but I'll take the 2. That's fine with me. Why don't we start collecting some figures right here, some figure tokens. So we did Transform Go Axel. Let's do Spider's End. Oh, I'm sad now. We obtained Zero as our first figure. I like how you see the Z-Saber in his back, kind of like sheathed into place. Number 2 is a Pararoid. Those stupid little dragonflies that are hard to hit and power people up. Next one in the series, a very awkwardly standing Degraver. I mean, they're funny guys. They like to have a good time. They freeze very easily. This guy looks a little drunk, which I guess, you know, you don't want to be drunk on the job. Especially their job. Next one is a Liquid Glob. I think we got the Fire Glob before, so this just adds to that. I don't know if the Elec Glob is available in regular figure tokens. I think you need the special tokens in order to get the Elec Glob, which is a little upsetting, because I'm not going to be able to get it. Alright. Next one is Incentus, red version. I know for a fact that the other 2 versions of Incentus, the blue and the yellow one, are only available through the special coin, or the special, you know, the purple coins that you see in the upper left corner that you need the Game Boy for. So this is the only version of Incentus I'm going to get, is the red version. Another pretty sad notion, but I mean, what can you do? Last one in the series is a rush loader. Very random, but it is what it is. Alright, we finished that off, and we can actually do one more series. Why not while we're here? Take the Supra Force Medal. First one in this is a Tri-Claw Killer. Pretty much Radar Killer, just recolored and a little bit nastier. I kind of like this color combination. Next one in the series is a D-Rex. Can't tell what is he like walking? He's like on some type of weird angle thingy. I don't know. I don't like those guys anyway. Stupid mini Rexes. Next one is a Mega Tortoise. A lot of mechanoloids in this particular series. I guess there wasn't really too many new guys that we met in that particular chapter. This one was when we were in the desert too, so I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's Botos doing his solo act, singing along with the little weird drum things on his side. Didn't really like Botos too much, but, you know, he served his purpose, and that would be to annoy the heck out of us. The Gold Blader, which is very interesting, because we need to go get him from the mine. I'm glad that I kind of ran through this beforehand, because I was looking through what statues I could get, found him, I was like, oh crap, I gotta go back and get him. This is one of the last ones that we need, so we will be doing that as soon as we get the last figure here from this section, which happens to be a Meltdown. Interesting enough, the last two deployment mechanoloids that we picked up. And also, take a quick look at that right there on his little bomb thing. It looks like a skull with a chef hat on it. I don't know why they do that, but it's pretty funny. Alright, that's it. Series complete. I don't have enough to complete the next series, but I will at some point. Might as well run back now that I have it fresh in my mind to go get that Gold Blader. So let's run up. And again, I got plenty of time, so let me just go into here. Let's head over to the mine, and we can just teleport from here. Alright, let's just burn through this. Boom, boom, boom. Going straight forward. Try not to get into any battles. Down to basement 3. And we want to cut left, I believe. Yes, there's the blue degraver, which means this was the door. I mean, I don't mind running into battles here, but if I did, I'd probably just avoid it. Alright. We needed the heavy motor that we picked up. Oh man, I don't even remember where we picked up that heavy motor. I'm pretty sure that it was in the desert, inside the actual tomb itself. So, using the heavy motor, we're able to send the Gold Blader back to the deployment center. And then upon doing that, he moves out of the way. We're able to get back here and snag more tank parts. So we are already halfway to our 900% tank. So we have 6 more sub-tank parts in order to go, in order to complete them for the entire game. Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely insane that we are that close. Alright, so let me head back to Hunter's base and we will wrap things up. I'll meet you there. Alright guys, I just want to give like a few final words before I wrap up this episode, because I'm pretty much done with everything that I want to do. Based on my own upload schedule, today should be December 23rd that this goes live, so that's a few days before Christmas, and I just want to say happy holidays to everybody out there that watches my videos. I thank you guys so much. I am greatly appreciated of all the new people that are subbing to my channel. Those that sub in the future to it, you know, I'm very happy to have anybody come and watch my videos. I do this for fun, I do this for entertainment, and it, to me, is just becoming more and more of a good thing. I'm enjoying meeting new people and meeting new friends from all over the world, and I just want to send out my warmest regards and happiest holidays to everybody out there, no matter what you're doing. You know, I'm going to be celebrating Christmas in a few days, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. You don't even have to celebrate anything this year, you know. Just enjoy it. Have fun. Be with your family. Be with your friends. Be with anybody. And just know that, you know, enjoy it. Enjoy life for what it is. I've learned that a lot this year, that, you know, no matter what gets thrown your way, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and things do work out for the best in the end. You gotta kind of work at it a little bit. It just doesn't automatically happen, but in the long run, you will find your own happiness. And to everyone out there, I wish you all the best and all the greatest happiness you could ever possibly have. So, with that said, rate, comment, subscribe, as I ask you to do in almost every YouTube video. It always helps. I could always use the likes, always use the comments letting me know how I'm doing. And of course, tell your friends, families, neighbors, the guy down the street about this, you know, shooting for as many subscribers as I can. Hopefully, you know, I passed 40 not too long ago. Maybe I'll hit 50 by end of year. That'd be great. And then it's the sky's the limit from there. So, thank you guys for watching. The next episode probably will not come out until the Monday after Christmas because I'm going to be away a lot this weekend, or the weekend of Christmas, going up to Boston, seeing the mighty, mighty Bosstones. Yeah, going to be awesome. But that's when the storyline will pick up. And then from there, next year, I have lots of plans. I'm going to be kind of going away from the Mega Man theme a little bit. I have a lot of stuff that I know I want to do in terms of LPs. And then, of course, I'll be doing my classic runs, which will be Mega Man 3 once Command Missions is done. Alright, I'm always really bad at ending these things, so I'm just going to end it as I always do. As always, guys, I will catch you all later. Happy holidays.